everybody doing today? I hope that everybody's doing great. Welcome back to my channel. Hello, my name is Carla. If you haven't been here before, and if you have, welcome back. Thank you for coming. So today I have decided to film the Makeup Revolution video that I have mentioned on my huge makeup haul. I have all of my Makeup Revolution stuff right here, and I can't wait to get started. This brand is at Ulta, and it's really affordable, and they have so much stuff, and if you go on their website online, they have even more stuff. So I just, I wanted to really dive my hands on this and play more with their stuff, if that makes sense. So I bought what I feel is everything for a full face. The only things that I don't have were the brows, which I clearly have done already, and mascara. I don't think they make mascara, at least I haven't seen any. Correct me if I'm wrong, I have no clue, I haven't seen any. So I'm going to be using my own stuff for that. But other than that, I have everything that I need for a full face. So I am so excited and I can't wait. So I think, why not just get started? Also, because Halloween is coming, I thought that it would be fun to share a little bit of spooky stories. I don't know, I thought that would be fun. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Just let me know if you guys like this stuff, because I don't know, I kind of like to watch things like this. I kind of like to watch scary stories and freaky things and mysteries and FBI things and stuff like that. So I thought it would be fun, because Halloween is coming, if I added a little bit of extra things on my videos this month. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to start with, it's going to be a primer, and this is the Hydrate and Prime Primer, which looks like this. I haven't tried any of their primers. Like I said, I've only tried eyeshadow and also their liquid liner and one of their foundations, but other than that I haven't really tried anything else. So I'm excited to see what this brand has to offer, because like I said, it's affordable. So okay, so it's very liquidy and it's white. It doesn't really have a scent. Let's see, it's supposed to hydrate, like I've mentioned on my past videos. I have very dry skin, so I'm constantly looking for things that are going to hydrate my skin and make my skin feel more alive. If I were to not put anything on my face, it would be very tight, very dry, very dull, and yeah, that's not a cute look. So every product that I buy, I always try for it to be hydrating. So that's the reason why I wanted to pick this primer up. This primer does not claim to blur pores or any of that stuff. It just says that it hydrates. So yeah, so I'm not planning, or I'm not looking for it to hide anything. Just give me hydration. So so far it feels good. It's a little tacky, not too much, and it's already drying, which is good, because I don't really like it when my face stuff linger wet and stuff. I don't really like that. So it actually feels nice so far. It doesn't feel tight or anything, so it does feel hydrating. Okay, and then I'm going to be trying their new Conceal and Hydrate Radiance Foundation. I have tried the other version of this one, which it's supposed to be, I think, a little bit more mattifying, but I really don't think so. Like I said, I have dry skin, and I've tried that foundation, and it's actually pretty nice. It is a little bit more mattifying, but it's not the type of mattifying that's gonna make your skin feel dry or tight or any of that. It actually feels okay, and my skin is super dry, and I can still get away with using that foundation. So it's a good foundation. So I got mine in the shade F7. This foundation, let's see, the only claims that the bottle says is that it's Radiant Hydration, and it's medium to full coverage. So their other foundation is actually very full coverage. Okay, so this one has a pump. Okay, so the reason why I stopped mid-sentence was because I went to open it like the other one, because the other one has a dofa applicator, and I'm like, what the heck is this? As I'm talking. And so I'm like, wait a minute, does this have a pump? And yes, it has a pump. So that's why I was like freaked out all of a sudden, because I'm like, wait, how do you work this? Okay, so that's cool. It has a pump. I really don't mind whether it's a dopa application or a pump or whatnot. I really don't mind. The only thing that I don't mind is that it doesn't have anything at all, and then I'm like trying to get the product out. That I mind. But a dofa, I don't mind, and definitely a pump, I don't mind. So it's kind of cool that it has a pump. Okay, so let's get started with the application of the foundation. And I think that this color is going to work out just fine for me. So let's see. Yeah. I think this color should be perfect. Might be just a tad bit light. We'll see. Let's see. Okay, so like I said, ooh, it is full coverage. I'm not used to having this much coverage on my face. I usually try to find products that are a little, less coverage for my everyday use. So now I know to use less product next time that I use this foundation. It doesn't really have a scent, which is good because I know a lot of people mind scents. So this doesn't really have a scent. I know that I'm looking a little like pale or a little light on camera, but on my mirror it actually looks really good. So let's keep going. Okay, so like I said, I thought it would be fun if I share some like creepy stories with you guys, being that it's almost Halloween. Halloween is one of my favorite times of the year. My birthday is on October 29. So as you can see, I quite enjoy Halloween. I love to take my daughter trick-or-treating, and dress up. Sometimes, like some years, I feel like dressing up a lot, and then other years I just feel like putting some cat ears and calling it a day. But I think this year I am going to dress up. I was thinking along the lines of like steampunk, which the makeup for that is like really, really cool. So I think that's what's gonna happen this year. I might film it. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so, okay. I said that we were gonna, share a little bit of like creepy stories because it's almost Halloween, and it'll be nice to like share some creepy things, I think. So, let's see. I hope that this doesn't like weird out some people or something, because not everybody believes in this stuff, but okay, so the first story that I'm going to share is when I was about, I want to say maybe like 13 or 14 years old. First of all, I've always been very sensitive to my surroundings. I can feel certain things if I step into a room and I might feel like there's something not right about the room. That's what I mean when I'm very sensitive to things like that. I have never seen anything, thank God. I don't think that I could take it if I see something because I am the biggest chicken ever. Like I love to watch all these creepy things and murder mysteries and all that stuff. I love all that stuff, but when it comes down to it, I am a huge chicken. So I have never seen anything, thank God, but I have heard and I do feel. Okay, pause in the story. This foundation Feels really nice. Um, it feels just a teeny bit tacky, like just little. But it actually feels like I'm not wearing anything on my face. Because sometimes with like full coverage foundations or heavy foundations, you can feel them on your skin. You can feel them sitting there. With this one, I can't really feel it. Like I feel like I have nothing on my face. So far it feels really nice. And the coverage, it's really, really good. For sure, the claims are right that it's medium to full coverage. I'm sure that if I add another layer, it'll be like full on coverage, but because I don't like that, I'm just gonna leave it like this. But as you can see with like my little blemishes in my chin, like it covered them like really, really good. So far this foundation I like, but I have to wear it throughout the day to make sure that I do like it for sure. But it looks really nice on my skin. Actually, it looks really, really good. And you can see like the dewiness from the claims of it being hydrating. So yeah, so far so good. The next thing that I'm going to do is going to be the concealer. So we're going to go in with the Conceal and Hydrate Radiance Concealer, which has the same claims, medium to full coverage, and I also got it in the shade C7. Okay, so let's get back to my story. I'm trying to decide which one to tell you because I have quite a few of them, and I'm trying to decide which one. But I think I'm gonna go with the one from when I lived in Boston. My gosh, that one is really freaky and I'm never going to forget this. Okay, so when I was like about maybe like 13 or 14, my family decided to move to Boston, Massachusetts. And I don't remember a lot of things, but I do remember this house in specific. So normally whenever my parents would go looking for homes for for us to rent and stuff, they would take us with them, and by us I mean my brother, who is 5 years older than me, and my sister, who is 6 years younger than me. So I'm the middle child. So normally all of us would go and we would look at the house, and we would decide as a family like if we liked the house, if we wanted to move there, whatnot. But on this specific occasion, my parents actually found this house without any of us actually visiting the property. And so my parents came home one day and they're like, oh, we found a home, we're gonna move this date, everything's ready for us to move in. So I remember that we went, I think maybe like the same week that we were supposed to move into this house. We went as a family and we looked at the house and everything looked beautiful. The house was, older, as a lot of homes in Boston, Massachusetts are. And I remember that there was this huge tree, but I mean like this huge tree in the backyard, and you couldn't see anything past the tree because it was so big, it blocked everything that was behind it. And I remember like feeling how beautiful like that tree was, and like the way that it was in the house, like it kind of covered the house, and it was just so beautiful. So I remember going to the house and it was so exciting. My brother was going to have his own room. I was going to have my own room. My sister was going to have her own room. My parents' room. We had the living room, the kitchen, and we had like a little backyard that we could play in. And it was just like, it was a really nice house, even though it was a much older home. So I remember the day that we went to the house to actually start moving things. And for some reason, the owner of the house decided to cut down the tree in the backyard. Why? I have no idea, because I am pretty sure that this tree was really old and it was a beautiful tree. So I have no idea why he would decide to cut the tree, especially before we moved into the home, seeing as the tree was there that same week when we had visited the house. I can't tell you that because I was a child and I didn't even know who the owner was. So all I know is that the tree was gone, and now you could see past the tree and you could see what was on the other side of this tree. Well, needless to say that I got a huge surprise as to what was on the other side of this damn tree. A cemetery. It was a damn cemetery. Who the hell builds a house in front of a cemetery? Like, just like right there from the cemetery. Like, not even like 10 miles away. No, like right in my backyard. I could see tombstones from my backyard. Why? Why? And I remember that the first thing that I asked my parents was like, did you know that there was a cemetery in the back? I don't want to live in this house. I don't want to move in this house. Like, what were you thinking? And I remember that my parents were like, no, we didn't know that there was a cemetery in the backyard. Obviously, because the damn tree was covering everything that was behind it. So how could my parents know, right? And the realtor of the home, he's not going to say anything. He's not going to tell my parents, hey, before you sign the paperwork, by the way, there's a cemetery in the back. Because he knew that my parents would have been like, haha, no thank you. But he didn't. So it was too late. We were already moving into this house because the first day of our move was when we found out that there was a damn cemetery in the backyard. Needless to say that the whole day I was not happy. I was not a happy child. I was not a happy camper. But, you know, I just kept moving stuff, putting stuff away, you know, doing everything as I would normally do without knowing that there was a cemetery in my backyard. So, night time comes, and because, you know, when you move, everything's chaotic, everything's a mess, everything's all over the place. My siblings and I decided that we were going to sleep in the same room. So we put two of our beds together to create kind of like a king-size bed, if you will. And my brother and my sister and I were going to sleep in the same bed, in the same room, next to my parents' room, which was going to be my room. So the way that the house was set up was that you came in the front door. The living room was to my left side. On the right side was my parents' room. Next to my parents' room was my room. A little bit, so after my room right there was like a hallway, like not a super long hallway, but you know, kind of a long hallway. And to the left side was the restroom. And then you have, next to my room, a little down further, you have another room, and then you will enter the kitchen, and in the kitchen there was my brother's room. And then to the left side there was the door that would take you outside to the patio. So actually my brother's room, you could see the backyard and the cemetery from his room. So we decided to sleep in what was going to be my room that night, just because, you know, when you move in, everything's chaotic, everything's all over the place, and we didn't want to deal with, like, you know, putting beds in the rooms and all that stuff. We were all so tired. We just wanted to sleep. So like I said, my siblings and I slept in what was going to be my room, and then that room was right next to my parents' room. And so we all went to sleep like normal. I don't remember what I had for dinner that night. I can't remember much of this night except for like what I'm about to share with you, which was extremely creepy. But before I continue, let's get back to the makeup. Okay, so the concealer looks super nice, and I got the concealer in the same shade as the foundation on purpose because I don't really like for my eye area to look too light. So I always try to match my foundation to my concealer, and I think that it looks beautiful. It did cover a lot of my dark circles, and you know, up close looks really, really pretty. I don't see it settling into my lines at all right now, but that doesn't mean that it can't change in a few minutes. And then I also decided to put the concealer on under my eyes instead of like all over my face, because I don't feel like I need it with this foundation. It's just too much. I really just like to feel as less product on my face as I possibly can, and that is the reason why I'm constantly looking for light coverage foundations or tinted moisturizers or things like that, just because I don't really like heavy things on my face. Okay, so I am going to set my under eye with the Conceal and Fix Translucent Loose Setting Powder, which I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am a little scared to use this powder, just because normally when I buy translucent powders, they tend to be of like a skin tone, but this translucent powder is like completely white. So I am a little scared to use it, but you know, I bought it, so yeah, let's get to it. It says that it's talc free, which is good. It says no flashback, which, you know what, I think I might take a picture and then I'm going to post it here so you guys can see if that's true or not. And then it also says that it's water resistant, which that's a pretty bold claim, but we'll see about that. So when you open it, it's super cute. It has like a little mirror right here, and then you have your base right here. Right now it's protected with a, oh, that's neat. That is the first time that I see that. It has like one of those little peel things, but it's actually like really, really thick plastic that you can reuse it. You see, it's like this. So it's actually pretty sturdy, and I like that they did that. Oh, and it has a little peel off thing here so I can open it. So this will protect the powder from coming off, which I think is pretty cool because I haven't seen a product do that before. So I'm going to peel the little sticky thing and get to the product. Okay, so I'm going to grab my brush. I don't really like to bake or anything. I just like to dab my brush in the powder, and then I just lightly place it under my eye, just like that. Even though it's white, I don't really feel like it left a white cast under my eye, which makes me feel a whole lot better. And actually, like, if you compare it to this eye, it looks pretty good. I'm impressed so far. I am going to take a picture when I'm done with my makeup and stuff, and then I'll post it here so you guys can see if it has flashback. My face doesn't really feel very tacky or anything, but I am going to just put just a little bit of powder just to set the foundation. So next I am going to bronze my skin, and I'm also going to blush my skin. So for bronzer, I'm gonna use this Mega bronzer in warm number 2, which looks like this, and I'm going to blush with the blusher Reloaded in Peach Bliss, which I love peachy tone blushes, and this one looks just like that. It does seem like it has a little bit of, let's see, no, it doesn't. It's completely matte. So okay, we're gonna try this, and then we're going to try the bronzer, and I'm going to continue with my story. Okay, so let's see, where did I leave off? Okay, so we all decided to go to bed at night, and I remember that my brother was, and I remember that we put the 2 beds together to create like a king size bed, and then we placed it along the wall. So my sister was on the side of the bed that was against the wall. I was in the middle, and my brother was in the edge. And we had placed the bed to where the front door, or the door of the room, was at our feet. So So yeah, so we go to bed. I can't even, this was a really long time ago, you guys. So I can't even like begin to tell you like what time it was or what time we went to bed or any of that. I just remember that we had gone to bed, and like around, I want to say like around maybe like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, I woke up with a really bad stomach ache. I remember that. I remember that I woke up with a really bad stomach ache, and I went to my parents' room to tell my mom, because every time that something happened, like in the middle of the night, if I had a bad dream or if you know, I had pain or whatever, like the first thing I would do is that I would go find my mom. So that's what I did. I went, and I remember I went and I told my mom, like, hey mom, like I don't feel good, like my stomach's hurting. And I remember that I ran from her from her room to the bathroom. And you know, I really had to use the bathroom. So I remember that I got out of the bathroom, and you know, when you have a really bad stomach ache and you've been in the bathroom for a while, you feel weak, and you know, you feel like really tired, and all you want to do is just lay down. And so that's what I did. I went back to my room, and as soon as soon as I got in my bed and I put my head on my pillow, as soon, and I can still hear it in my mind, I can still hear it, I heard 3 knocks in the back door. 3 knocks. Dun, 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 in the back door. And something was coming down the hallway. And as it was coming down the hallway, I heard this loud moaning sound. I'm never going to forget it. It was so scary. This moan was coming down the hallway. And I thought that everybody else in my home could hear it. And I thought for sure that my brother heard it, because as soon as the moaning was coming, my brother turned around super quickly and he grabbed me super hard. And I thought that he had heard it too, because like the way that he grabbed me, like it's not like, you know, like he just turned around from his sleep and like grabbed me. No, like you could tell that he was scared, and he like turned around and he like grabbed me like really tight. And so I thought that he heard it too. And so the next thing that I remember was my parents coming to my room, and my mom like asking me like, what happened, are you okay, like what's going on? And I remember that I started like crying hysterically, and I was telling my mom like, did you hear it? Did you hear that moaning? Did you hear that sound? And my mom's like, no, I heard you screaming, like what's going on? And you know, I was crying like really hard, and I was shaking so hard. Like I couldn't stop shaking. Like, you know, when you're cold and nothing warms you up and you just shake and shake and shake and shake. That's how I was. And my mom was like, I heard you screaming. And I was like, I heard the moaning. And my mom's like, all I heard was you screaming. Why are you screaming? And so I turned around and I asked my brother, I was like, did you hear it? Did you hear it? And he's like, I heard you screaming, and that's why I turned around and I hugged you, because I heard you screaming. And I was like, so nobody heard it? And I was in shocked that nobody heard what I was hearing. And to be honest with you, like I can't even remember like what my sister was doing. I can't remember anything but my parents and my brother. I remember that my dad, like, when walking around the whole house, making sure that all the doors were closed, that all the windows were closed, there was nobody inside the house. Like, I remember that. And then my mom was, like, trying to ask me what was going on, and I explained to her the 3 knocks in the back door, the moaning down the hallway, and, like, telling her, like, I thought that, my brother heard it too because of the way that he turned around and he grabbed me. And my mom, like, asked him, like, did you hear anything? My brother's like, no, I just turned around and hugged her because of, her screaming. And, everybody, like, made me out to, think that I just had a dream. But I knew that it wasn't a dream because immediately as I lay down and I put my head on the pillow, this happened. So there was no time for me to have fallen asleep before I heard what I heard. Like, no time whatsoever. And that was the first thing that I experienced in that house. We experienced many other things in the house, like constantly feeling like you're being watched, just like eerie feelings, especially because that there's a cemetery in your backyard. So how can you not feel, uncomfortable in your own home? So my mom, like I said in the beginning, my mom, she is very sensitive to things just like I am. More, I think so. She's super brave with a lot of the stories that she has shared with me. And my mom, I have also, like, shared things before, like, felt things together, gone through things together. But her sensitivity to all these things is way beyond more than mine. But I do have an update in this story, though. I do. So, moving forward, many years later, when, my siblings and I were already adults here, and, we were sharing this story and we were talking about it, my brother finally came clean about that night. So, turns out that my brother saw what I heard, if that makes sense. He says that on that night, when he opened his eyes after I screamed, he saw a man on our room door with a big axe on his hand, holding it like this. And the reason why he turned around so fast to hug me was to protect me, because he thought that there was somebody in the house, and he thought that I had seen it, and that's the reason why I screamed. And so he turned around to protect me. Like, if this person's gonna do something to my sister, he has to get through to me before her. So yeah, he didn't tell my parents that night what he had seen, because he didn't want to scare me more than I was already scared. So he came clean as an adult, as we were all adults. He came clean as to what really happened that night. So he saw what I heard. And it was very terrifying. It was very scary. I am never going to forget that experience, because it's been one of the most scariest things that I've ever gone through, and it made me feel a little better, not gonna lie, knowing that my brother did in fact experience something, and that I wasn't going crazy, or I didn't dream it like my parents had said, or any of that, because it was pretty terrifying. It was very terrifying. I just find this so interesting that it seemed to me like he was asking permission to come into the house in a way, because he knocked, or maybe not asking for permission, but maybe like letting us know, like, hey, I'm coming in, like by knocking the 3 times. Yeah, that is my scary story of the day. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I thought that it would be nice to share because, you know, Halloween is coming up and stuff. So, yeah, I hope that you guys enjoy that. Um, yeah, so this is the face. This is how the bronzer came out. The blush, I love it. I think that it looks beautiful. It's like super pigmented, which I love. I love my blush to be pigmented because I love to see it. I don't like to sit there for, you know, minutes and minutes trying to build it. Okay, guys, so for my eyes, I am so excited. I've been waiting to use this palette. I am so excited. So today I'm going to use the Revolution Makeup London Courage Wild Animal palette. I am so excited. I love animal print. So when I saw this palette, I knew I had to have it, but you know, the packaging is beautiful and everything, but what really matters is the inside, of course. But I mean, the packaging is so beautiful. I just want to display it somewhere, which I probably will. And the inside is just as beautiful as the outside. Like, these colors are so beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, it makes me a little sad to use it because a lot of the shades are stamped with designs. So this is what the palette looks like. It's so beautiful, but you guys can see like the leopard print right there. And then, yeah, and then it's just mostly like the leopard print in all of them. I don't know why I thought there was other designs, but yeah, it's just the leopard print. But a lot of the shades have that, and it's just so beautiful. This palette is just so beautiful. Mainly all of the colors have some sort of shimmer to them, but there is a few matte ones. Let's see, this color right here is matte, this color right here is matte, the two over here are matte, and then all of them have some kind of shimmer or satin finish to them. So just so you're aware, there's not that many mattes, maybe like four or five. Yeah, just like 4 or 5. So if you like more mattes than this, maybe this palette is not for you. But they do have a lot of like animal print palettes as well. They have like a zebra print, and they have some other prints, but this is the one they call My Name on the outside and the inside. So I can't wait to use it. I'm so excited. So let's see, I already primed my eyelids and I am good to go. So I am going to grab a big fluffy brush, and this is the Sedona EB13, which is my favorite to start any looks with. And these shades don't have names. No, they don't have names. They just have numbers in the back. So I'm just going to point to them. So I think that the first shade I'm going to start with is going to be this like skin color one right here. And I'm just going to put that all over my eyelid. You know, I should have known that there was something up with my brother because he refused to sleep in his room from day one. That should have told me something. That right there should have been like, Carla, he's lying about that night. But I didn't think anything of it, you know. I mean, I was young, so I wasn't really paying attention. I kind of wanted to just block out everything that had happened because it was so scary that I was like, nope, this did not happen. So I kind of just blocked it out for the time being that we were there. I think we lived in that house for about maybe 6 months, not quite a year, and then we moved out because there was just too many things going on that we didn't like. And I know all that now because, you know, as an adult, I talked to my mom about it, and she has told me a lot of things. But of course, back then, my parents were not going to be like, hey, we're moving because all this stuff is happening. No. That's something that we share now that we're all adults and we don't live there, thank God, anymore. And we are way far from Boston to even look back. Okay, so that color is pretty nice. It doesn't really show up that much, so it's kind of nice your eye primer with, because it's perfect for that, but it doesn't really have any color or anything, so if you were to use that on your crease, it wouldn't really show up. Okay, so because I don't want this video to be like super long, I'm just going to point to the colors that I'm using, and I'm just gonna try and speed it up a little bit. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I finished my eye look. This is how it turned out. I think that it looks so beautiful, and these shadows are so good. I was so surprised as I was doing my eyeshadow, like how beautiful these shadows performed. Like I was thrown off guard completely. I wasn't expecting it. A lot of times when I buy palettes or shadows because of the packaging, sometimes I get disappointed with the actual product, but not this time. Like these shadows are so beautiful. They are so pigmented. They show up right away. I didn't really have to like work hard to blend them out. Like they were just so good. I can't wait to play with the other colors because truly they performed so beautiful. I created kind of like a halo eye, if you will, where I used this color right here on the inner and outer part of my eye, and then I used this really pretty like purplish color on the center, and I love how it came out. On my waterline I just added this Urban Decay 24/7 pencil in Starfire, and on my bottom lash I just used a mixture of this color and then the dark purple right here, and I love how it came out. I think that it looks so beautiful. This color is interesting because it looks kind of dark on the pan, but once you put it in your skin, it's really not that dark. It's really pretty. I did have to wet this one because it wasn't really showing up much, but when I wet it was beautiful. Like, I can't complain. It's just so pretty. I am so excited with these shadows. I'm not gonna lie, they perform so beautifully. But yeah, I really kind of want to swatch this one. This pink one right here is kind of calling my name. Let's just swatch and see how it looks. Yeah, that's pretty too. It's like a light pink. That's very pretty. And then let's swatch this gold one right here. Oh wow, yeah. I am so happy that I bought this palette. All of these shadows, they look so beautiful. Oh my gosh. That on itself right there is a look. Okay, so now I am just going to add a little bit of liquid liner on my eyes, and for that I'm going to use one of my favorite liners, and it's also by Makeup Revolution, and it's the Renaissance liner. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard a lot of people talk about this liner because really it's so good. Like, it's one of my favorite ones. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this. I'm not going to wing it out or anything. I'm just going to add a little bit. So that is how it looks with the liner. I think that it looks really beautiful. This one came out a little bit thicker than I wanted, but oh well. It doesn't always come out perfect, which sucks. And then I'm just going to put some mascara on my lashes, and I'm just going to use, again, I don't think that Makeup Revolution does mascara. I haven't seen any. I'm not quite 100% sure, but if they do, I haven't seen it. So I'm just going to use the Benefit Roller Lash, and I'm also going to use the Essence Volume Lash Primer. So I finished my mascara, so this is how the eyes turned out. I think that they look so beautiful. I think that that palette is just so beautiful. I also forgot to mention that there was hardly any fallout whatsoever under my eyes, like nothing really. And yeah, I'm so happy with that palette. Okay, so we only have a couple of things left. I think that next I'm going to move on to highlight, but I'm so excited to try this little palette right here. This is the Revolution Makeup Vintage Lace palette, and it looks just like this, and I'm so excited. I saw this palette a while ago when I went to Ulta, and I thought about picking it up, but sometimes when I'm in Ulta, I kind of have to be like, okay, so what do I really want? Because obviously I can't buy everything that I want. So I ended up buying something else that day. But it's okay because when I placed my order for this stuff, I knew that this is one of the things that I wanted to pick up. And it's just so pretty. Like, it looks just like it says. It looks like lace, and every color has another color in there. So there's 2 different colors in each pan. So for instance, this one, it's like a bronze with like hints of green, and then this one is like a pink with like greenish bluish colors in there. This is like a gold with like a pink, and then this is like a pink with like a gold in it. So all of them have 2 different types of shades, if you may. But let's swatch them and see how they look. So I'm gonna swatch this one first, and they don't have names, I don't think. Nope, just 1, 2, and 3, just like the palette. So let's see. So that's the first one right here. It's really pretty, so you guys can see, and then you can see like the second shade, you know, that's in there. You can't really see it. Ooh, look at that one. Okay, that one's really pretty. And then let's see this one right here. Wow, yeah, these are so pretty. I am so glad that I decided to pick this one up because I don't think I'm going to be disappointed by them. They're just so pretty. Okay, so for my look today, I think I'm gonna go in with this one right here. Let's see. Oh, haha, my cat Luna came to say hi. Say hi, baby. Come here. Oh my goodness, you're so adorable. Where were you when I was telling my story? Because you would have been perfect. Hmm? So cute. Okay. So let's go in and see. It's like really, really intense. It's so pretty. This is like a gold, but look at that glow. Oh my gosh. This looks beautiful. Well, I am for sure not disappointed with this palette. Wow. This is really pretty. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. It's very intense though, so just be careful, be warned. It's very intense, but it's so, so pretty. So I think that I'm going to use this color as well, and I'm going to put it in my inner corner and on my brow bone as well. Okay, so that is that. And then I'm going to do my lips. And I'm going to try this liquid lipstick in the color Knockout. And it is a matte formula. So I'm not too like crazy about matte liquid lipsticks. So I might put a gloss on top of it. Ooh, it's really pitchy. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. This smells like candy. Okay, yeah, this liquid lipstick, it's very peachy for my eyeshadow. But it's okay because I might add a lip gloss. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's not my favorite. It's very, very patchy. If you can see. I feel like every time I go through it with the doe foot, I kind of pull it away. And so it creates like bald spots, if that makes sense. It's not my favorite. I'm just gonna go over it, and I'm going to use this Ofra and Madison Miller lip gloss in the color Smiley for Riley, which is like a nice peachy tone with a little bit of glitter. This is the completed look. I love how everything came out. I'm going to be so like honest with you guys. This is the first time that I sit down to film like a full face of one brand video that I am just I'm like, I love everything. Like, I haven't said, oh, I can't wait to use this with some other stuff, or, you know, because normally that's what I do. Like, normally when I sit down and I film like one of these videos of like a one brand, I'm always like, oh, I wonder how this foundation will perform with this other bronzers or blushes, or, you know, like, but I love how everything looks together. Like, I love how everything came out. I think that everything looks so beautiful. The only thing that I did not like at all was the liquid lipstick. I did not like it at all. But everything else I did. Oh, I was forgetting something. Okay, so I did buy a setting mist, and this is the Hyaluronic Fix Hydrating and Plumping Makeup setting mist. So we're going to use that now. It's very aggressive, and it smells like medicine. Ooh, if I wasn't awake before, I'm awake now. That is a very, it's a very aggressive mist. And it was like really, really cold too. And it smells like medicine. It kind of has that like hospital kind of scent, if you know what I mean. If you've been in a hospital and, you know, they're putting you IVs and stuff through your IV and stuff, you know, that like medicine kind of smell. That's kind of how that smells, which is weird. Kind of made me feel like I was in a hospital there for a second. But but it feels nice, actually. It feels really, really nice. It feels really nice. I have to say that I loved everything except for the lip. I loved the bronzer. The bronzer, I think, looks so beautiful. Loved the bronzer. Loved the blush. Loved it. Oddly enough, I like this powder. I'm going to take a picture and insert it here to see if the flashback is real or what. I love the liquid liner. It's my favorite. It's been my favorite for a while. I knew that I already loved it. I loved the highlight. I think that they're all beautiful, and I especially loved my eyeshadow palette. I think that it's beautiful. It performs so good. It's so pigmented. It's so good. I would recommend this. If you guys don't pick up anything else, I definitely recommend the eyeshadow palette because it's beautiful. You will not be disappointed. So far I do love the foundation and the primer. Not the primer, the foundation and the concealer. The primer, I mean, it's a primer. I don't know how the primer is going to perform until later on when I have my makeup on for a little longer. But yeah, I enjoyed everything. I don't think that I'm going to do a wear test, but check the description down below because I might write in there like how the makeup wore throughout the day, and if I still love everything like I claim now. Yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. I hope that you enjoyed my little story. Like I said, like I just wanted to add a little something here and there because, well, Halloween is coming. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you have fun. Thank you for joining me on my video today, and I will catch you guys later. Please don't forget to subscribe or like this video, and I will catch you guys on my next one.